For more on the ongoing Equator Rally, let's now cross over live to Voi in southern Kenya, where we're joined live by veteran local sports journalist and media director for the WRC Safari Rally project, Peter Njenga. Peter, thank you for joining us. How would you gauge the level of competition this year as opposed to last year?
I would say this is an upgrade, considering that the top 8 cars are driven by young and experienced drivers who I think are going to be champions of tomorrow. We say that last year, but apparently it looks like they have actually arrived in the center stage. And I'm particularly talking about the 3 young drivers who are racing under the FIA Rally Star program. That is Jeremiah Wahome, currently lying second, Hamza Anwar, who has been lined up for 5 races in the World Rally Championship at the junior category, and McRae Kimathi, who last year was also the first African to debut in the FIA Junior World Rally Championship program. More so, we are talking about the top driver, that is national champion Karan Patel and the Ugandan Yasin Nasa, who are driving top of the range or second tier rally machines, that is R2 Ford Fiestas. In this category too, we have Piero Canobio, who is driving an R2 Hyundai i20, and Mr. Virani also driving a Skoda Fabia R5. All these cars, I would say, are top of the range for semi-professional drivers, and we have seen them being driven around the Saiso estate here in Voi. At the same time, I would say that the rally was not incident-free, but the level and the speeds were extremely high. So I would say that it's actually a renaissance of racing in this part of the world, particularly in Kenya, ahead, looking forward towards the WRC Safari Rally this year.
Right, and Peter, speaking about rally in Africa, the first leg of the Africa Rally Championship, of course, did not take place in Cote d'Ivoire earlier this year as earlier scheduled. What does this say briefly about the challenges being faced by African nations in organizing world-class rallies?
Yeah, it did happen. It has happened previously. Well, not holding an event probably something to do with the economy. Yeah, fine. We know that Africa, like the rest of the world, is facing an economic depression occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic as well as the war in Ukraine. That notwithstanding, we still have events now. The Kenyan event will conclude tomorrow. Then we also have events in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and Zambia. That in itself talks a lot that the East African region continues with its rallying program, as well as the Central Africa region. Well, we don't have South Africa this year, and Cote d'Ivoire, but all in all, I can say that motorsport is very strong in Africa, because again, and especially for young people, particularly East Africans, they are using this championship so that they can build drivers of tomorrow, as you have seen in the Kenyan situation with the McRae, and this year Hamza, and probably next year we have another driver, and probably that could be Jeremy. I think the first black African to win a Kenya national championship in 23 years. No, sorry, in 24 years, when he won Machakos round of Kenya National Rally Championship last month. We expect, I think, a brighter and a better future. So that, in my opinion, I think that motorsports is growing in Africa.
All right, Peter, thank you very much for your insights on the program. Media director for the WRC Safari Rally project, Peter Njenga, joining us live there from Voi.